Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and we have some new Biomasters for you guys, with some mutants and some new molds, so let's jump right into it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with these guys right here. We have the Shadow Rook and the Shadow Mutant, and I just love this mold, dude. The Mutant has been such a fun figure to collect. I know it's a lot of your favorites as well, and I've seen a lot of newer Glyos collectors generally wanting to jump into with the Mutant itself. So again, it's a really fun, versatile design. There's just so much going on here. I love that like gloopy head with those big pink eyes. Looks so awesome on this guy. He's such a really fun character. We're bringing the mutant version as well. This one just has more paint. They're pretty much the exact same figure. Again, this mutant one just has more paint on it. You can see the robotic arm with all those pinks and grays and things like that. Even that pink on the underbelly, more paint on the feet, the head that looks awesome. I always love this tail because it also doubles as like a head if you want, because it does have those like teeth in there. You got all those eyes on top, which is really cool. I like that little like jetpack thing if you want to use it for that. Or you can actually use it as like a robot head. Then you got the more skull back there if you want to do something with that. This is just a really fun design. And just something to show you guys real quick. This of course does come with a more mutant head. The Rook does. So this is the Rook version of the same head, and here's the mutant version of that head. You can see they both do have paint apps. They are just slightly different. You can see this has the hawk painted on there. There's more pupil inside of the eyes like that. And there's a slightly different color in the pinks there, but they still look really good together. So again, if you really want to swap parts and things like that, you can do so. I just absolutely love this colorway. You know, if you did pick up some more of the recent Cappy stuff, you know, you already do have figures like this in this specific colorway. So if you want to mix and match parts with other different Glyos toys utilizing this colorway, which is a very fun, awesome colorway, I love these so much. I think you could do so and make some really cool characters, really cool designs, and really cool builds. This is just fun, man. Again, I love the Mutant. I love the Rook here. These are very fun toys. Now this is really fun. This is the Goblinoid. Very fun looking little character. Now we do have some parts for usage. We do utilize some of the parts from like the mutants. You can see like the underbelly right there, the crotch piece, and the back, and the full torso, all utilizing those mutant parts. But we got a lot of new parts here as well. Things like the arms and legs and things like that, all brand new. They're kind of sculpted to look more like fabric type of suits that he might be wearing, which is really cool. And then of course that new head sculpt looks awesome. I love the eyes and the fangs and the ears. He has a little bit of like a triple chin going on right there. Just super cool, man. This is a very fun new addition to the line, and I'm really curious to see what we're going to get with this guy, all the different colorways, what we're going to be able to do with him. I think it's really fun. He, of course, does come with some extra parts. So you got this little piece right here that you utilize. You can plug it onto the back of the butt right there. You does some type of little robot head if you want to. You know, same thing with this piece, like if you want to use it as a head or like some type of like arm attachments. Go ahead and take this off. You know, something if you want to do that. That's what I like to do with pieces like this. Give them some type of like arm cannon or something if you want to do that. That looks really cool. And of course you do get that, again, other head if you want to use it as a, again, a head or like a backpack, a jetpack or something like that. You can do so like that again. And if you want to take like this piece, let's see if I can pop this on without tearing anything up, because if you guys know the struggle of Glyos, man, you have to have really strong fingertips, and you put that on like that. So there you go. There's all those extra pieces on this guy like that. Again, very fun addition. I cannot wait to see all the world building we're going to see with the Goblinoid. I can see people just having full shells of this little dude because he looks pretty badass. So now here's Orrian the Wanderer, a brand new mold from my buddy Pat Bussey over there, over at the Biomasters. Very cool. Always excited to get new molds. This looks awesome, dude. And he's a big beefy boy too. I do love that. A very orc-like type character, which I think looks pretty cool. Kind of like hunched over with that forward-facing neck. I love that kind of look. Very muscular, which is really nice. That head sculpt looks so good, man. So I love the teeth just popping out like that. Little beady red eyes. How the hair just kind of drapes down, pulled back into the side. Looks very cool. There's that little bit of a tuft up there. I think that's really fun as well. But you got the painted clawed feet, which look really good as well. You got a peg hole in the back there, and you can see that spinal column right there just peeking out like that, which is super cool. Now he actually does come with some things here. We actually do get soft goods with this guy. So I'm going to bring in this little loincloth piece. I'm going to peg that in like that. and then pop this back on like so. We're going to take the head off, and we're going to take this cape, and then we're going to take that smaller hole and just drape that over that neck piece right there, and then pop this on like that. So how cool is that, dude? That looks good just like that, in my opinion, without any other accessories, which I think is awesome. But you do have the option to pick up 2 different accessories kits. So we got the Graviton set right here, which looks really cool, very sci-fi. I love those like blues and oranges and things like that, little bits of red, which looks super cool. And then we have the Reaper set, which is a little more barbarian-esque. So I like that. We got this gold gauntlet and all these different attachments to make different weapons, which is really cool. So now let's show off some of those accessories kits on this guy. So if you add all these parts, you can see he has a little more of a sci-fi kind of feel to him, with this more like gloved gauntlet on this side like that. I love all the paint detailing on this. I have that like necklace going on right there. Put his belt on. I got this little brace and these new feet here at the bottom, so he's wearing more actual shoes. Again, all that paint looks so good. If we turn to this side, same thing. He has that glove there, but we have like a little more of like a wrist comm there with, again, that painted screen and buttons and even like little wires and things. That looks really cool. So that's just one look you can get with this guy. Or utilizing that other kit, you could use these accessories and make him even more different. And what I did, I went and put on those soft goods like loincloth piece and that really cool cape. And I just love how like tattered that cape is on the back. It looks really, really cool. It has a little slit back here, so you can pin something in there if you want to like put something like some type of backpack or whatever you want to do. I think it's super cool. But I put on this more like brown necklace there that has like some type of claw weapon on there. I put on a bracer on this side. I made this crazy weapon, which is just nuts, dude. I love this like almost like sickle-like thing. And you got like this spiked ball mace thing, but also has a face on there, so if you want to use that as a head for any other figure, I think that would work too. I love the little split piece that turns these into 2 different weapons you could do. And again, mix and match parts with whatever you want. I think it's awesome. This gold gauntlet is insane. I really love how this thing turned out. A little bit of blue in there, but that sculpt is crazy. I love there's almost like basically a face on there with a big giant eye and then those teeth. That looks amazing, dude. So this guy is just really cool. I always love the accessories kits that we're seeing from different creators now. Things like necklaces and adornments and stuff like that really make a figure stand out. Again, mix and match parts. If you want to do that, you'll get something really cool, really special. And I think this guy is very, very special. So there it is, guys. My look at the newest wave of Biomasters. Now, starting off with the Rook and Mutant, I absolutely love that Mutant mold. I know so many of you do. There's so many parts and so many options of what you could do and reconfigure with that one piece, and it's just awesome, and I love it, especially getting it in that colorway. Again, mixing and matching with other figures in that specific colorway from other Glyos creators is just going to be so much awesome. I love the little Goblinoid. Oh my god, that's such a fun little character. I cannot wait to see what else we're going to get. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of like a Mischiever, but a little more sci-fi, and I don't know, I'm just really excited for that guy to see where we're going to go in the future with that piece. Again, I absolutely love that head sculpt. Then Orrian, however you pronounce it, I'm not really sure. But god, that is such a fun piece, man, especially if you add on the different accessories kits. You know, you can have more of like a barbarian-esque kit, which I think is fantastic. I love that, especially with that gold gauntlet, or you have more sci-fi kits like that if you want to do something different with that. Again, or just do what I do and mix and match all those parts and come up with your own type of design for him. I mean, he looks awesome, man, especially with the soft goods, the cape, and the loincloth piece. I love seeing stuff like that in Glyos. This is a badass character, man. I am so stoked for future colorways with this guy. He is amazing. A fun new mold from Biomasters, a great piece, and a definite must get. So don't forget to be excellent to each other and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.